Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Thunder Nerds. How's it going, everyone?
Good evening.
I'm totally screwing up tonight. I'm discombobulated. Twitch is telling me that can't stream or
You're muted, zombie.
you're muted.
Why am I muted?
I don't know.
Muted yourself?
That was weird. I gotta love those technical difficulties.
Yeah, Twitch is over here saying, hey, it's invalid. So it's like, oh, shoot, it's probably because I put the title Bastards in it. So I had to censor that, but it's still not working. So, nope, still invalid.
Too bad for
whatever.
you, Twitch.
Twitch is Satan.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, what's new with everyone? And take a drink.
Not really anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, I hear that.
Still drinking Baja Blast. Eating Baja Blast Doritos.
Yeah, so I'm into their yeah. It's body armor.
Oh.
Fast rehydration.
Yeah. I'm into their
Just water
what's it
tonight.
called? Oh, the Laguna lemonade or Laguna peach mango, whatever. That's all I've been able to get around here.
Spark's been gone.
Spark's been gone. Just regular Baja Blast was all like zero sugar, which is apparently very bad for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Can't just get regular. Well, I don't want regular Mountain Dew. I want the flavor, but oh well.
Mountain Dew
And we're not
flavor.
we're not scanning the points, so
Man.
Missing out.
yeah.
I'm going to get me a rug shirt.
Well, we just found out that it wasn't a
mean
rug shirt.
Yeah, the rug that looks like a shirt.
Oh, yeah. You weren't here last week, and that's what, or maybe he was. Maybe
no,
he was just
here.
No, I wasn't here last week.
No, not last week. You were here for that conversation, though. We found out
yeah.
it's an actual rug. It's not a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. Baja Blast is my go-to if they've got it.
It's like crack.
I need to let me see if I can share my screen real quick. It's probably a bad idea to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Share screen. Let's see. What thing do I want here?
Like, I'm gonna paint. Like, I'm painting this Cthulhu type of thing, and I'm using Baja Blast colors. So.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've got. Oh, whoa!
What's going on?
I have Cat Cthulhu too.
So
cute.
yeah, here's the thing I wanted to show.
Oh yeah. No volume. Can't hear it.
Shit.
It's like staring into the void.
Yeah.
Mirror,
Let's see.
Mirror.
Nope. Present, share screen. Let's see if I can get it actually on the window this time. Why won't it show?
We're all intently waiting. We oddly have 5 viewers right now.
Woohoo! We hit our milestone.
People just randomly tuned in. Who are these 4 dopes just staring at the screen?
Maybe body armor's chiming in.
Cancel. Okay,
You
so
think
I don't.
Mountain Dew would start sending
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
to
Mountain Dew.
people?
Yeah.
No
Come
kidding,
on,
right?
Come on, Mountain Dew. I posted like I said I would.
Right.
Maybe
And,
that's why.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Crickets.
nothing yet. Nothing yet. Grandpa in the house. Yeah, probably.
I know
Wait,
Grandpa.
Who's Grandpa? Your grandpa?
He's in the Grand Theft Auto role play. He's my
Oh.
business
Oh,
partner. So my
Oh,
granddad
nice.
and a grandpa fused together. We're like fucking Voltron.
Nice.
Your powers combined.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I wish I could figure this out, but it's being dumb. So anyway, it's just a thing that says, yeah. Oh no, that's not it. It's just saying, oh hey, I ended up taking a bath in Baja Blast, so I'm not really sure if that's a win or not. That's the gist of it.
I'd
did
bathe
he
in
turn
it.
green?
What was that?
Did he turn green?
No, it just showed like dripping liquid all over him.
So what it is he's standing there trying to order just a combo meal. And
Oh,
so he orders a medium soda, and the guy behind the counter says, "Well, I mean, would you like a large? It's the same price as a medium." So he goes, "Well, that's a lot of drink. I don't know. Sure, I guess, since it costs the same." And then the clerk says, "Well, for 25 cents more, you can get an extra large." And then it cuts to the two guys sitting at home, and the one is drenched, dripping, and he says, "And then somehow I ended up getting my food for free and getting paid $20 to be dunked in a tub full of Mountain Dew."
Dude, I'd bathe in it and then drink the bath water.
Good God.
Or hear me out. You could bottle it and sell. No, just
Mhm.
Oh, just like those chicks on like whatever that program or
yeah.
Oh,
that
no.
sell their dirty bath water.
Hopefully nobody pees in the pool.
Geek-Men bathwater. What's more perfect than Mountain Dew for that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, just
flammable,
all right.
watch
All right. So
out.
our official thing is, hey, come bathe in our Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, you've seen the stuff that
Oh God! What is this show we've started?
I know, right?
Who knows?
And you've seen the stockpile that I've shown before when Jessica stocked up on it.
Oh,
She had like
yes,
30
yes.
some cases or
Like-
something like that. Outrageous.
A pallet.
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
like that with Pitch Black.
Yeah, we were. We were.
But it wasn't the same after we bought 10 of them. We tasted it. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well.
gross.
Say a prayer for Pitch Black. Long
Pour
rest
one
and
out for your
soul.
homies.
Dude,
Yeah.
the icy pitch black.
I
That
didn't
shit
get to try
slapped.
that.
Yes, we did. I went to Speedway and got it.
I didn't think we did.
Yeah. It was
Mhm.
delicious.
She said she ended up with almost 60 12 packs.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Okay, how bad? How much of those went bad before you drank them?
None.
Well, Mountain Dew doesn't
She's
go
already
bad.
through it.
Yes, it does. There's an expiration date.
No,
Expiration dates are a recommendation at
that's
best.
right.
Okay, but when
That's
did
a
they
sell
start
by
to taste
date.
bad?
Yeah.
They can't sell it past that date. It doesn't say you can't drink it past that date.
Alright.
I'm
It
fine
starts
with them
smelling like
24
old
packs
meat when
now.
you're in trouble.
Right.
What did he say?
If it starts to smell like old meat, then you're in trouble.
No, yeah, no, I'm finding 24 packs right now. So
Oh, that's good.
24
out there.
packs of Baja Blast?
yeah. I
What
can
the
go
hell?
downstairs and show you the 2 cases that I have right now.
Jeez.
Where'd you find them?
Walmart.
What?
Super Walmart then. Not
Well,
mine.
see, I had to go to Mississippi,
Mm.
and that's again, like I've said before on past shows, that's the only place that I've found the Mountain Dew Live Wire. So I'll get the 24 pack of Baja Blast, and then the 12 pack of the Live Wire.
Jeez.
Yeah, see, she says she got 24 packs too.
Huh. Weird.
I'll have to look harder.
You haven't even been able to find Spark.
I know
It's
it's right
frustrating.
next to the zero sugar, and it's gone at Giant Eagle and Walmart, which means our supplier's out because he's supposed to come on Thursday. Pepsi comes on Thursday. Coke is Friday.
Yeah, jeez.
They can't see each other.
So they're
Well, I mean,
legitimately like a feuding couple that avoids each other. Oh, good.
Yeah,
The
if you're
restraining
caught
order
drinking
and
the
all.
other, you're fired.
Ever. How silly. All right, I'm jealous of these 24 packs. That's awesome. But you know. Oh well, I don't really need to get fatter anyway. I'm already fat, but you know, drinking sodas.
I've been so busy and so active, I don't think I've gained an ounce.
Mm.
Well, and I'm the opposite, so I'm more like a slug than anything. So I'm literally like Jabba the Hutt, who just sits around in his palace.
Jeez. You
I
have
just-
more- give me software.
I mean, I feel like Jabba the Hutt. I'm just sort of laid out like this. Oh, Shuda.
Watching these great movies.
Oh boy, Lisa's entertainment.
Well, you know, it's something.
I mean, the bricklayer was.
Goodness.
I don't know. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't-
Bricklayer is his uninvited.
Star Crash or anything, but
it wasn't Star
Did-
Crash.
yeah, it was
Did
better
you-
than Star
Well,
Crash.
nothing Star Crash.
Derry,
Right.
did you get it? Did you get the chance to see
No,
Uninvited?
because every time we get off here, I forget about it till you guys remind
Okay.
me next week.
So I watched the Riff Tracks version of it, and it makes it a little bit more tolerable. So
wow.
and it's still on Tubi, both versions. If you want like the official like release or the one where they're jabbing jokes the whole time.
But have you been watching the important movies, the most important movies, like Child's Play and Blood-Sucking Bastards? That's the real question.
Well, hang on. Let me pause the show here. Let's back up because we never got Derry's opinions on last
Yes.
week's film.
Yeah.
So let's start there.
There you go.
So we had
John
John
Carter,
Carter. What was the other one? I've already forgot.
Fifth Element.
Professional.
Fifth Element, right?
No,
No, the
No, no.
professional.
Professional. Yeah,
Professional.
that's right. That's right.
Right. Yes. Professional.
I mean,
All these movies are blending together. If only I had some way to remind me.
Ah.
I just
Yeah.
removed the banners, so I couldn't even go there and look.
well, I had just seen it and totally, my mind is just fixed on John Carter. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, let's start with John Carter.
No. we're gonna do John Carter after The Professional because that'll be my swan song.
Okay,
Oh,
all right,
boy.
fair enough.
So I watched Professional the first time. It was brand new on video at the video store.
Okay.
My dad rented it, so we saw it way back when. Which I think this was like maybe
94.
a year before Mission Impossible came out. Because what's his face, the John whatever guy is in Mission Impossible as well, which was a lot more popular than this movie. But I mean, really, to me, it's like somewhat of a precursor to like a John Wick movie. You know, not the gun fu or any of that stuff, but
Yeah.
Gun fu.
I mean, it as far as like the action and stuff goes for the 90s, I mean, it's a very solid '90s action movie. I mean, you got Gary Oldman in there, so
He's such a whack job in that movie.
yeah, like, and you imagine him, Fifth Element, and then this movie, and then him playing the Chief in the Dark Knight series.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon. God damn, I can't remember anything.
I'm the same.
We're all having the same problem.
Yeah, damn.
I couldn't even start the show right, so
I haven't even had any Baja Blast, so that's.
I think that's the problem.
I lost my focus here.
You withdraw.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed watching it again. Hadn't seen it in a few years, probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Since the last time I seen it. I remember Natalie Portman in that when I seen it. And then, I mean, I think she's like a year older than I am or something. So then when Phantom Menace dropped, like, I mean, drool fest all throughout the prequel trilogy.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
Well, I think she was the hottest in
Black Swan.
Attack of the Clones.
I think Kamara was taking notes.
When she's in the skin tight white suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't.
I just meant of the three movies of Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, they didn't do her justice in Revenge of the Sith.
No, well, I mean, she was pregnant, so they didn't have all the skin tight, hardly nothing stuff. They kept her modest.
Yeah,
it's really a shame.
I mean, it'll probably be a movie I watch again in 10 years. I mean,
oh yeah, dude, totally.
Every decade, I'll come back to it. So,
okay. So, what did you think? Apparently, there's another version that we talked about last week that is more explicit.
Like a
what did you think of their? What did you think of their relationship? Did you think that was like love or whatever, or like a pedophile type relationship?
Well, I mean, you can tell like he has trouble connecting with people.
Yeah.
I mean, in that version, I don't get like the creepy pedophile vibe.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, to me, maybe from her side, like she has some of that attraction, strong male, her dad's a piece of shit. Like maybe she has an Electra complex or something and sees him as a father figure and wants to bang the shit out of him. I don't know. But from his perspective, I didn't get that, at least in this version.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen a different cut of this movie. It's always been the same one. So yeah, that would really hurt the movie.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I didn't find it perverse or inappropriate, especially from his perspective, because he just seemed to genuinely care for her, and she was a little over the line with, oh, he's my boyfriend and we're effing and all that stuff and all that. So
you could tell she has some major problems. I mean,
well, obviously, because you see where she came from. So
yeah, so daddy issues all over the place with that one.
Yeah, but what about John Carter?
So just to say, I watched it twice before last Friday, and I watched it again this week. So, I mean, John Carter, going back to it, it's probably one of my favorite Disney movies. Like,
hands down.
I like Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the chick from X-Men Origins Wolverine in it as the princess or whatever. I was surprised. I didn't remember James Purefoy was in it. The guy from The Wire, I didn't remember he's in 300 as well as the crooked senator. I forgot that he was in it. But I do have some thoughts on why it wasn't a commercial success. because most Disney movies are targeted towards a younger age range.
Yeah.
If you try to equate this to like books, it's like young adult, like fantasy.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's a big enough market for Disney movies with like that age range. Because if like watching John Carter again, like it's pretty violent. Like some of those fight scenes, like they're just hacking people apart and shit. And I'm like, damn, bro, like you're gonna put an 8-year-old in front of this? And I mean, I was just like, I don't remember it being this violent, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, I of course watched it as an adult, so I was just like, "Oh wow, that's cool." But
Right.
you know, that's me as an adult from seeing it. So
Well, I think when this came out, I was in my, was it 2012? I think's what it said.
I think.
So I would have been late 20s, like 27, 28 when this came out. So like I remember I watched the preview for it and I was like, oh, this is going to be stupid. And so I didn't go to the theater and see it. It was just on cable one day or something, and I was bored and I was just laying there and I watched it, and like I was enthralled after like the first 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was like, shit, like this movie's way better than they made it sound.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see why it wasn't a commercial success too.
Yeah, I could see that. Now, I mean, I think it would have better success today if they released it, because they've sort of dabbled in that market now. So I feel like
the CGI is better than it is today. So I mean, if you look back 10 years ago, like CGI is better than what you get to see today.
Right.
Unless it's Godzilla -1. I mean, low budget movie has better CGI than they can do in
for real, dude.
Kong versus Godzilla or whatever the fuck those movies are called.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, man. That third eye of that in Doctor Strange is still burned into my brain, and it's like it's such blasphemy.
It's terrible.
It is
terrible.
Literally horseshit.
Yeah, I can't do it.
But it's like when it came to that shot, and it's just like, oh, surely this is a dream. It's not actually gonna still be there in the next movie, but it's so appalling.
We need like an in credit scene with Deadpool popping up with like a hanky. You got something on your forehead. Let me wipe that off.
Right. That would be cool if they did that in Deadpool, which I'm excited for, by the way.
Oh yeah,
me too.
So excited! Deadpool versus Wolverine is gonna be amazing.
Excited, yeah. Hopeful it doesn't reek, yeah. But Disney's gonna put their stink on it, I'm afraid.
Well, this is the first rated R Disney movie.
You know what? To make it better, what they should have done, put Kathleen Kennedy in charge of it.
Oh, good God.
That would have made it better. Wolverine would have been female. X-23 would have been male.
All right. You're just pissing me off now.
They would have animal them. Like, instead of Wolverine, it'd be a freaking platypus.
It's atrocious.
So, just final on John Carter, like, that movie has one of my favorite endings where, like, you think he's passed on, whatever, and all of a sudden it's just all a trick to get that freaking wizard dude so he can kill him and go back. And then obviously his nephew to protect his body. I mean, it's got like an Avatar feel to it because
it really does. It really does.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it, of course, because I watched it 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, I was tempted to watch it multiple times, but I just didn't have the time. But it's a great movie, and anyway, I digress.
Look at that face.
What face?
The the dreaming face.
Yeah, I don't know.
More time.
If only.
All right. So which one you want to move on to?
Yeah.
You got Child's Play or Blood-Sucking Bastards? Did everybody get to watch them?
Yes.
Okay.
What do we want to go for? All right, Child's Play.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the order
So
we watched them.
You had never seen this before, Dustin?
I had never seen it.
Really?
You've
No.
been under a rock.
Dude, I know. For real. I mean,
Me too.
it was... My house and movie selection was controlled for the beginning half of my life.
Okay,
So-
I can understand that. And then you had children of your own, so
Well, yeah, and then there was a sweet spot in the middle, but that's when I saw like a bunch of stuff, pretty much everything that came out from like in the 2000s, early 2000s ish,
Mhm.
or yeah, I don't know. I had a friend at a movie theater, and so we would go in and get free screenings and free tickets to watch stuff all the time. So, yeah, she would just
That
use
was
her family passes and let us in. So we
nice.
got to see pretty much everything that was out. And sometimes she would even do like stay late to do a screening of the movie
Pre-screening.
the next day, and we would get to sit there and watch it early. So yeah, I saw a ton of stuff there for a while, but then we got married, had kids, and now it's like, oh, okay, well, I can't really watch this now. And then you're waiting to watch stuff when you can. So, but I digress. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's actually one of the better horror movies from that era. Like when you stack it up against other horror movies from that era.
Mm.
Oh,
Look at that face.
I remember something I was supposed to look up before the show, and I told myself I'm going to end up not looking it up, and then we're going to bring it up on the show, and I'm going to be like, I was supposed to look that up. So when did this come out? It was what?
1989.
I've got it up on IMDb. I can tell you once I find where it's at. What was the release date?
1989.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what it was.
I mean, I remember watching this fairly, maybe not right when it came out, but probably sometime in the early 90s. I'll tell you what, this movie, I had my buddy.
I did too.
It totally fucked me up. I remember taking my buddy by his legs and beating his head against my bedpost because I didn't let that son of a bitch come alive.
I want to say, and this is what I meant to look up, was this movie kind of took its inspiration from the 80s Cabbage Patch craze.
Yeah.
Like Cabbage Patch dolls, like took off in popularity. And this was just one of those ideas that somebody had. Hey, what if we had one of these dolls that, a murderer possessed it, like, and wreaked havoc on these people around him or whatever. And that movie kind of had, I mean, in that sense, it did kind of almost the same thing that Jaws did with people with swimming out in the ocean. Like people didn't want dolls no more. That like that whole creepy doll thing, with.
I think it's funny that it does that, but I had my buddy and it didn't affect me because again I didn't watch it till just this past week. So
think back now on my buddy, like yeah.
But I did have because you're supposed to bring in something special to you as a kid, so I brought in my buddy and the kids always put scissors in its hand and did all kinds of weird things to it because we had to set it on a table and then leave them there for the week or whatever. So they're always messing with it, and it's just like,
now you know.
like,
why.
all right, I get it. You guys think it's creepy, it's weird, but whatever. It was one of my favorite things as a kid. So
Yeah, and
Got it.
see, Child's Play is about a killer doll. And to protect myself, I had to kill my doll, which then in turn turned me into a killer. It's the cycle here.
vicious cycle.
Oh man.
Our kids are afraid of that, buddy.
Yeah,
He's creepy
They
as
think
hell.
it's creepy, and
Wait,
they haven't seen the movie yet.
yeah.
You still have yours?
Oh yeah, I still have mine.
Holy crap!
Yep.
I think I
And
lit
we
mine on
got
fire.
another one from my aunt.
I had one too, but I was more into My Pet Monster.
Oh yeah,
That was
that
my
movie
jam.
was so good.
that
You
was a
remember the
movie.
My Pet Monster movie?
No,
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I gotta look this shit up now.
I had a snuggle bear. The fabric softener.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
It came
had
with
an
a book
unofficial.
and a cassette tape.
No, that was Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh,
You
I
snuggled
had
it
Teddy
to play
Ruxpin.
it. You just had a book to follow along.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
I had an unofficial snuggle bear. It was like this little bitty, probably came out of one of them claw machine things, but in my head it looked just like him from the commercials. So,
I still have Snuggle.
man, look at that.
This thing was a bomb.
You're gonna have to read it to us. I can't even see that. I can't read any
Yeah.
of it.
Nope.
Oh, now we
That's
see
not-
your face.
I know.
Hi.
Uh-oh. So, Snyder, a historian, has spent many years trying to unlock the powers of a statue, wishes to capture Max for validation of his life's work. So I don't remember it all that well. But when I was a kid, I thought this was the coolest movie on the face of it.
All right.
I mean, look at that.
I have
They
never
did him
seen
perfect.
that.
Man,
Look, he's perfect.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. I wonder
That
if we can get it on
reminds me of-
Tubi.
Let's see.
Probably not.
I do have one suggestion that I know is on Tubi, but I'll save that till the end.
Purple People Eater.
Doesn't look like it. Kung
No.
Fu Monster, Nerds and Monsters, Monster Wolf.
I'm gonna figure out a way to track this down so all of us can watch it.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
Even if we have to mail a DVD to each other, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So in a month's time.
So it says, I see Pluto TV and Amazon Prime Video.
Okay. Pluto. Let's see.
So for Child's Play, I got two facts I looked up that I really liked. So Charles Lee Ray is the name.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a mixture of Charles Manson, Lee
Oh.
Harvey Oswald, and James Earl Ray.
No way.
So that's how they
Nice.
make the character name. So, and
Oh,
then
And they made it three names, so it
Mhm.
goes along with the
automatically makes you a serial killer.
right.
wow.
The other thing is so this movie was a $9 million budget.
What?
It made $7 million just in its opening weekend, and then between the United States and Canada, it did 33. I think it did
Jeez.
40 some worldwide. I mean, it was a very successful, R-rated horror movie at
Yeah.
the time. So
Holy moly.
I've always thought it's one of the better like 80s horror movies because I mean there's some real turds out there,
Yeah.
and we watched most of them.
The Exorcist was earlier than that, but yeah, that was cheesy.
I guess spoiler alert, we didn't really like Exorcist.
Yeah,
I mean, people at the time,
The
people
old
were like,
version.
"Oh, it's groundbreaking," but
Right.
no.
I watched it in my probably mid to late teens, probably for the first time, and plus I rented The Exorcist 3, thinking it was The Exorcist,
Oh,
and so I watched that one before I watched the original. And I was just like, "This shit's stupid."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely seemed stupid, but whatever. I just know there was a ton of people that were like, "Oh, this is the best movie ever," and it's just like, what? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Me?
I mean, my parents liked it, loved it, wanted some more of it.
They wanted some more of it. Yeah.
But-
Did they try so hard?
Yeah,
They just couldn't rise above it, huh?
absolutely. And my dad's heart almost killed this man when it blew up. That man, whatever. That's enough Billy Ray for tonight. Billy Ray Cyrus, serial killer, killed a lot of people's eardrums.
Yes. Okay. I was wondering where you're going with that. I'm like, really? I don't remember that.
They bled out from their eardrums bleeding. I remember going to Pizza Hut when I was a kid. And, remember they had those jukeboxes back in the day?
Yes.
Somebody played that song over and over and over while we were there.
Oh,
No.
It was going to be murder.
I'd have unplugged
geez. Bam! Snap. Yep. So I overall I really liked Child's Play. I thought it was good. April was just saying, or Pumaira was just saying earlier that she wants to buy that NECA Chucky doll now. So
Better start saving.
And this
Well,
is
hey, so wait. Wasn't what your little one of your little Thunder Kittens has some experience here with Chucky at a convention?
yeah. Yeah,
I remember
my
this.
oldest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, just my oldest Katie cat. She went right up to the vendor at Super 7, or not Super 7. It was NECA, and was just like, "Oh wow, this is so cool! This is so cool!" It kept talking about it, and he wasn't supposed to open it, but he took it out. He opened it up and showed it off to her. It was the Bride of Chucky, I think it was. Oh no,
It was
Andy did the
both.
regular Chucky doll.
Both.
Both, yeah. He opened them up there and showed her all the different things on it. So it's just like, what?
The eyes turn, the arms move.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like she
Somehow
got
she charmed him.
yeah, for real. She did
Got an
something.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. I wish
that
I had
wasn't
been
out of the box
recording
after
because it's
that.
just like, oh wow. Oh wait, you're not supposed to open that? Oh geez. Oh, it was really fun. It was cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
she was Pumaira was saying she wants to go save for that now.
So I saw speaking of NECA and Chucky, I saw the little Chucky figure from the television show today while I was at Walmart. I was just passing through, the electronics section or whatever, like I usually do. It's part of my rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Chucky, and I'm like, we're supposed to talk about this tonight. What the hell? It's a NECA figure, and I pick it up. And I mean, he's got longer hair, and I didn't remember his hair looking like that in the movie. And then I looked at the box, because when I picked it up, it was the back of the box. And I'm like, what the crap, and I turn around, the television show version, which I haven't seen. I don't.
Yeah, me either.
But that's why he looked kind of odd. But he came with like 4 different heads.
Wow.
He's a little bitty fucker,
Gotta have something in the house. So.
This would be one too where I would actually suggest watch Child's Play 2 through.
Yeah, I think we are.
They're definitely not as good as the first one, but they have funny parts. they're not just total like shit in a box. Like
Yeah.
they're actually decent movies as well. So Bride of Chucky, like all that shit.
Yeah.
I think I stopped at that one, Bride of Chucky. I don't think I've seen anything past that. Like, because there's more after that. At least one, I think.
Yeah, that's probably the one I actually stopped at too.
So it's like Seed of Chucky or something like that. And I don't remember if there's anything past that.
2 and 3, Bride, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. So I haven't seen 3 of them.
I haven't seen all of them. Except
Yeah.
I only watched what was available on Tubi this time.
Yeah.
Time was very short. I squeaked in these movies, let me tell you.
We did too. We were up till 2 a.m.
I laughed my ass off this whole movie because it had been years since I'd seen the first one, and just the imagery of just the little person, the kid or whoever in the suit running, and all you see is their back, and they're like climbing on stuff. And I'm like, did they use the kid from the movie in the costume? Like,
I don't know.
I never looked into it, but
yeah,
I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'd freak out too.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they used the actual kid. I think it was a separate actor, but they did use a small person kid type thing.
I don't want to say it was, a small person or little person, midget, whatever they go by, dwarf.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what
I
they
am
go
not
by
politically correct, all right? I've never claimed to be.
Right.
It looked a little more proportionate to a child.
Yeah.
So I got to thinking halfway through the movie, did they use the kid that's in this movie to double as the Chucky in the suit for the moving scenes?
Yeah. They're like, ha ha, we got him for 2 jobs for the price of 1.
Right.
Child labor laws, what?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, but yeah.
The whole voodoo aspect of it. I'm like, I didn't remember any of that. Like, I think in some of the later movies, there's some kind of amulet or something that's involved. So I kept waiting for this amulet to pop up. It never did. I'm like, I know there's an amulet in one of these movies that allows him to transfer his body, from one body to another or whatever. And it's okay. Well, it's not in this one. So spoiler alert, it's in one of the other movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was intrigued by that too. I was just like, oh, that's interesting.
And the whole thing with the voodoo man telling him, well, you can transfer yourself to another body, but it's got to be the person you first revealed yourself to. So what does Chucky do? He goes after the one person he shouldn't kill with a butcher knife. Come here, kid. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, well.
A possessed doll. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still want Chucky, though.
Yeah, I think so.
It gets worse.
It gets worse?
Like the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the movies, too. I'll leave it's up to your judgment.
So, okay, what did we think about Blood-Sucking Bastards? That was a fun movie.
That was a
fun
good
title.
Business strategy. Are you kidding me?
You
best.
You hit the nail on the head last week when you compared it to Shaun of the Dead. It's very much that type of comedy horror type of thing, It's very nonchalant, and they're vampires. Okay, let's move on.
It's just, I thought it was really funny.
I liked it a lot.
The whole way through. I was like, we were looking at each other and we're like, "What? This is actually really good." It was a fun movie.
I mean,
I'd watch it again.
It's like it's like name brand versus great value. So it's not necessarily bad because, like fruit snacks, I prefer great value. So some of the stuff's actually somewhat near on par, or it's for the cost savings, I'm willing to put up with it. Like this, to me, is just like off-brand Shaun of the Dead.
You like the little anchovy in your fruit snack, huh?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes, absolutely. Well, they're actually called fruit smiles, and they make me
This is
happy.
true. This is true. I feel
Potato,
that.
potato.
That's
So,
funny.
so this was not the first time our boy Pedro Pascal played as a vampire.
What?
I looked into it. Yeah, he had a guest appearance on season 4, episode 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer television series.
What?
Yeah.
And he got turned and just as quickly got dusted. So I was thinking, maybe there's a little tie-in here, or did he make it out alive from the television series, and maybe that's a little bit of his origin here. He's been out there this whole time, but no, Buffy dusted him.
Yeah.
Pretty damn quick too. So yeah, he's got a little experience under the fang.
Under the fang.
I love Pedro Pascal. He's so great. I've seen him in other things too. He was in Burn Notice. I said tweeting, but I wasn't tweeting. I was posting on Instagram. And I'm just like, it's our boy Pedro. I'm like, anything look familiar? It's always fun to see him pop up, and it's like I know I could go and look at his IMDb page and go through everything he's watched or that he's been in.
Done.
But it's so much more fun when it's just all of a sudden he just randomly pops up. And you're just like, this is a new reason to like this movie.
Hey, he was in Touched by an Angel.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
He's been
As a
in
kid?
like a lot of big series. Like he had a part in Without a Trace, Law and Order, Nurse Jackie, The Good Wife. Looks like he's been on every Law and Order they ever created at least once. Remember the movie The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon?
Oh, yes.
He's in that.
Yeah.
No idea.
Adjustment Bureau.
Huh. Yeah, that's the one where they had, like, if I'm not mistaken, the fedoras, and they used them to go through doors and as like portals to.
Oh,
like he wasn't supposed to be with this girl, and then he figures out that there's the Adjustment Bureau that adjusts the future because it's supposed to work out one way.
Does that also have?
Spit it out.
Familiar.
You can do it.
I'm trying. He was in Smallville. He was in Superman, the original Superman, as Jor-El.
Oh.
That
that went somewhere I didn't think it was going.
I thought Jor-El in the original Superman was Brando.
No, not Jor-El. He was someone in that.
I just keep seeing the guy that was from. Oh, now I'm doing it too. Damn it!
It's contagious.
I thought so Emily Blunt's the love interest in it.
Yeah.
Now I gotta click on this damn movie to
Mad
see
Men.
if I can figure out what you're talking about.
It doesn't have who I was thinking of.
It's got Jon Stewart in it.
Yeah.
It had Anthony Mackie in it.
Yeah, I remember him because he was the one that gave the guy the hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Take my hat. You can get away.
It has Michael Kelly in it too.
They're kind of like the TVA from Loki. You know, they tried to stop different realities from branching off, but they called it ripples.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember. It's been a while, so it's been a while. But yeah, no, I was thinking of a different guy. I want to say his name was. I'm not even gonna try. No, I'm just gonna look up Smallville because I know he was in that. Smallville.
So, all right. Well, while you're looking that
he was Jor-El Smallville, I think.
I do have some glaring things that I want to point out that I just stuck out like sore thumbs to me, especially about the ending. They show them in that final office where they're just covered in blood, and then they're walking off into the sunset without a drop of blood anywhere on their backsides. Like, yeah. So I would never even have noticed it if not for a show that used to come on Sci-Fi. I don't know if it still does or not. The Sci-Fi Channel called Face Off, where people do it's like a competition where they do makeups and stuff. There was a challenge where they had to do a group of zombie makeup on people, and there was only one group that did a total 360 job on the group of people that they were supposed to do. Everybody else, it was just front. So the first thing that the judges made them do was line up your people, turn around, do a 180. Bare backs, nothing, no makeup, no blood splatter, nothing, except one group. And they made a point of, this is a big deal whenever you're doing makeup for special effects and stuff, because if you don't do their backs and they turn their back to the camera, it doesn't look right. That didn't look right to me. They were literally covered in blood in this office, and their backs are clean.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's no.
I just thought it was.
Did you find your guy? Still looking?
Yeah, still looking. Here it is. Hang on. What is his name? It wasn't Jor-El. It was Zod. I
do remember.
Terrence Stamp. I can't.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, Terrence Stamp.
There we go.
Damn, that took forever. Too long. I'm sorry. I fail. But
took the scenic route.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't found his name, but I know it's Terrence Stamp. He that's who I thought was the dude in the hat in the Adjustment Bureau. But I'm thinking of a different movie that I'm not even going to try.
But he is going to try.
Yeah. It's going to bother him.
It is. It's going to bother me. It had red in the title. It wasn't Red Eye.
Red October.
Oh, well. Ah. Goodness gracious. What's wrong with me?
Keep telling your brain that, but it's going to keep turning.
I know it is. That's why I'm just got to change the subject and think about something else.
So the business model was sound. It's like, okay, well, everybody's going to be a vampire, but productivity's up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind doing that to a few people.
Biting them?
No, turning them into a vampire. I guess that would involve biting, but I don't want to be the one doing it. Because that would be nasty.
You'd need a designated biter.
Yeah.
So it's just someone you point to and it's just like, okay, go bite him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To make them more productive or
punish them. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little weird. I'm not going to lie.
Dr. Casillas could be.
All right, no names. We're not going to talk about that. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. That's the point here that I'm trying to get to. Did anyone get anything in the box they want to show off? I know we're going out of order, but
I don't really have anything new, but is opening up him.
Oh, that's awesome.
From the latest cosmic wave from the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Give him little cheeks.
Yeah.
He's got Skeletor cheeks.
And he came with all these soft goods and stuff. I had to find out what was underneath it because I've got a few ideas for customs. This dude is lanky.
Yeah, he is.
He's tall. He's damn near ogre size. He's kind of like you know, the first one. And
Yeah.
he never really left my desk.
I think he looks better than the first one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and it's not the same head. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a different portrait. Like this one, the eyes are a little more bulged out. The head's a little more round, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a much better
Yeah.
looking figure than the first one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't order
a
any
little
of
more, a little more symmetrical because the other dude's got like a little bit of asymmetry with the armor and whatnot. But yeah, it's a decent, alien.
Yep, I dig it.
No, I didn't really. I've been just working, so I didn't really have anything like new.
Yeah.
I literally just opened him up like as we were starting the shows.
Yeah.
That tells you what kind of free time I've got.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess the only thing that I'll say is I opened up all the Thundercat wave that I got, and so I've just been playing
Yeah.
around with that. So I'm anxious for Wiley Cat and Chilla. Those are the next two that are supposed to come out. But they're just lost in like pending. It's still just sitting in my pre-orders, just pending, because I didn't order through through Super 7 this time, or the last time. So,
Well, I don't think they've quite been released yet, right?
I haven't seen them. They're
Yeah,
not
I haven't.
they're not like showing up in my feed. So I think I'm still good. But it's like it said April, then it said May, and
Oh yeah,
now
don't
it
go
says
by
June. So it's like,
don't go by Big Bad Toy Store. That's just estimates and stuff.
Yeah.
If it,
Yeah, that stuff moves all over the place.
yep, exactly. And so that's why I'm nervous, because it's like I want to make sure I have money to cover it. But it's like, hopefully.
I mean, it only took me 3 years to get the Zack Snyder's Justice League Mezcos. So, and it first it was like 9 months on Big Bad, and then they changed it every month for 3 years or 2 years.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Mezco's bad about that though. They'll give like an estimated, time, and then it always gets extended. I don't think there's ever been any Mezco ever that's been released when they said it was going to get released.
Well, yeah, I guess I haven't ordered anything from Big Bad Toy Store in that way. I've always ordered stuff from Mezco directly, and sometimes it comes out immediately, and other times it takes years. So,
well, the in stock drops are kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
They just
right.
what they make, and it's like, yeah, no, really, this is in stock now. You can get it. It's not.
Right.
It's no pre-order situation.
Right. That they did that with the Bruce Lee Mezco, where he's like a bug, but he's got like the Bruce Lee jumpsuit on, and they did that with the Crimson Crimson Ninja one.
Yeah.
So those are the two that I got, and I managed to sneak in immediately. That was years ago.
The thing that I think here is, if it's a licensed property, it's a pre-order. But if it's their own in-house thing, they make what they make and they sell it. And when it's out, it sells out.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are offered on Big Bad Toy Store, but they, I think, have this thing with Big Bad Toy Store where, the Big Bad will say, all right, well, we want, X amount, and we will give you the money, while you're in the manufacturing stage, and that's what we'll have for our stock, and then you have your stock, and then so it's all red tape stuff, industry.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I've seen your post with the Thundercats stuff. Out of the three that you got, what's your top figure? Oh, here we go. That loading ball again.
Yeah, I really
So-
like Alluro, but what's surprising to me is how freaking fantastic they did with Hachiman. The way he can actually he can cross his arms, hold his sword properly. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to hold it with one hand and it just moves like that.
Right.
No, he can hold it properly like an actual samurai would. And they have different hands. So like he has a thumb that you can put down like when they start sliding the sheath sword out of the sheath, and it's just like, so it looks like he's ready to draw, and it's like, okay, that's cool.
Wow.
And so they have a pointing one, and they have his like I guess it's like electrified sword. It's not it's not actually electric. It's supposed to represent when his sword is detecting something, like, because the way the lore works is it can't attack someone who has good in their heart. So that's how Mumra was trying to get him to use his sword on Lion-O, and he's like, wait a minute, I was told by Mumra that you were a bad guy, but my sword can't attack you, and you're obviously good. So they were like, okay, cool, let's go fight Mumra, basically the Thunder Cutter. So yeah, it worked out. But yeah, I would have to say that is probably, it's surprising that he would be my favorite out of this wave, but I think it might be.
Wow.
I mean, because the other one is Wily Kit, Wily Cat, Wily Kit,
Right.
Kit.
And she's great. There are a few questionable things. It doesn't quite sit on the stand. She doesn't quite stand very well on the board. Because there's just this tiny little peg,
Oh.
and it's like it's almost like it needs another anchor point, but there's only one anchor point on the board at all. And it's also good that way, because if she has two anchor points, that might make her more stable, but it makes it less dynamic. So you can't pose it in multiple different ways. And so like you can shift her feet and move her weight around on the board, and it's good, but I think Hachiman is better. I mean, I love Samurai, but
That had nothing to do with your decision.
I mean, I think I'll really enjoy it when I get it out with the others, and it's there, and it's like you see it in its element, and it's like, okay, wow, this is really cool. But yeah, until she has her brother, her other half, it's like, it feels like, all right, this isn't complete yet until I get Wily Cat. So
That's fair.
yeah. So it's like, okay, when I get Wily Cat, it might be different, and I might be like, okay, this was clearly the better figure of the wave. But for now, it's definitely Hachiman.
I think he's the star of the wave from the sounds of it. So
yeah, it's just incredible. I mean, and so he has these pauldrons on his shoulders, and it looks like it might look like it would restrict his movements, but they easily pop off, and they can move all around on his own. Cool. And then you can just pop them right back on, and then for like the final shot before you get ready to adjust him. So you can adjust him however you want, pop him back on, and then
cool.
Then pose him. So he moves great. It's just that it's not part of the shoulder armor. It's attached, and it just works so wonderfully. So I don't know. I'm really keen on that. I think they did a fantastic job. For sure.
Yeah.
But I digress. What movies are we picking for next week?
So, Zombie, didn't you say you had an idea?
I do, and it's you actually mentioned it earlier. So,
Oh boy.
I'll give you a choice. One of them is a movie that I've been looking really forward to seeing and haven't gotten to see, and then the other one, the alternate choice, is one that I might have known about it at one point and forgot, and then I saw like also free to watch or something. So my first offering is Godzilla -1.
Oh,
Okay.
So I haven't got to see it yet. So
I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah, me either.
everybody raved about how great it was. So
Yeah,
and it's
I
on
mean, we had Brian
Netflix.
on here. He was raving about it.
It's finally on Netflix. So
Yeah.
So it's either that or it's called Iceman, and it's on Tubi, and it's about I forgot when it was. They found a body frozen in ice or whatever, and they excavated it. They thought it was a modern day hiker, and it was a early man that had died there, and then they did like an autopsy type of thing on him, and they found out he was stabbed. So he was killed by somebody else and left for dead and preserved in the ice. And it's kind of a dramatization of what his life was leading up to that moment of his death.
Yeah.
So it's fictitiously made up, the story and all that stuff, based on just this guy's body, this early man that they found. So you choose one of those two if somebody else has another suggestion. Did anybody have anything? Don't all speak.
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
And I already looked it up. I know it's on Tubi, so we're good there. So, are any of you guys Bruce Campbell fans?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That was half-hearted on both.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I only watched him in like 8 seasons of
Burn
if
Notice.
you're about to say Intruder, we've already watched it.
Burn Notice is a little different Bruce Campbell than like his typical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I grew up watching Evil Dead and, Army of Darkness and all that. But there is a hidden gem that has him in it where he plays Elvis, who switches places with an Elvis impersonator because he doesn't want to be famous anymore.
Huh.
Okay.
And then in the retirement home, he fights a mummy named Bubba Hotep.
a mummy.
And that's the name of the movie, Bubba Hotep.
Oh, I've heard of this.
It is
God.
amazing. Amazing movie. I can tell you what, it's not Star Crash. It's better than Blood-Sucking Bastards.
Really?
What?
I mean, it's Bruce Campbell. Like, he doesn't make anything bad. He was the doctor in Escape from LA. Like, come on now. So, I mean, this movie is pretty wild. Like, the storyline of it.
Okay.
Pretty wild. So, I was going to throw that out as a suggestion for next week.
I'm down.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. We'll postpone Godzilla -1 for maybe next week or something. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
So we're doing.
We've only got one movie then.
No, Iceman and Bubba Hotep.
Oh, you'd rather do Iceman than
Well, I
Godzilla
was just
minus
taking
one?
suggestions. Or do you want to watch Godzilla -1 and Bubba
Like
Hotep?
I'm gonna watch it
There you go.
regardless because
All right.
it's
Godzilla.
out. It's available now.
Yeah, let's do
If you've
So
got
let's
Netflix.
just put Iceman on the board as one of the 2 movies for next week,
Yeah.
and then we can figure out something else obscure as hell.
Children of the Corn is something that I've been wanting to watch. It's on
Okay.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Bubba Hotep and Godzilla.
-1.
All right. So we have our movies. And do you have any recommendations on do you say or suggest Japanese or English dubbed or
Subtitles.
Oh, that's totally your
You gotta get the full experience. I heard there's some controversy with the English dub version, like they changed certain phrases or something.
yeah,
I don't
they
know.
were saying like
Oh,
even with the
that's-
scream it wasn't great, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
That's
Subtitles.
typical.
We'll watch subtitles.
All right.
I won't watch dubbed. Forget that.
Yeah.
I'm a purist.
I'll do both now just to see what the difference is.
I'm a purist when it comes to watching my Japanese cinema. I don't want none of that dub shit.
Great.
Okay, so this is random and off topic, but just a side note, has anyone watched
You better not bring up the Acolyte show.
no.
See, I wasn't even gonna say anything.
Yeah. We're staying away from that with a 10-foot pole right now.
Yeah.
What was the one you
Wow.
just finished? Outer Range?
Yes.
Yeah, I finished that about a week ago. So yeah.
So what are you
Good.
thinking of it?
I
What
like
did you think of it?
The first season left me wanting to know more.
Yeah.
And this season I feel like they gave you just enough
To keep you interested.
with the different people moving through time and stuff.
Yeah.
It just keeps you like hooked.
Yeah.
on-
Right.
Like it's not an epic show or anything by any means, but it's got
Yeah.
a very solid cast.
Heck yeah.
The storyline is unique. Just like it's a very interesting show.
Yeah.
to me.
I like I said when in my post, like I don't think it should get more than 5 seasons, but it definitely needs another season because it's like
Oh yeah.
I don't want it to get like where it's lost and it turns into a shit show.
Yeah.
I want them to have a precise and cohesive ending that consistently answers questions along the way instead of
Yeah.
just having a million questions that you're like, what the heck is that? What the fuck is that? Over and over again
Like
until
Lost.
the show just ends and it's like, yeah, this is what you get. And it's just like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Well, that's what happens to shows when they have no clear plan.
Right. That's
There probably was a clear story arc, but then they were still getting good enough ratings that they're like, oh shit, we got to figure out something to keep this going.
right. I remember it was like because J.J. Abrams was talking with them, and maybe that's the part where it went wrong, but who knows? They had said from the beginning that they didn't want it to be like Gilligan's Island, where it just whatever happens on Gilligan's Island, they're just
Nothing
out
ever
there
happened.
forever,
Nobody
ever.
ever
Yeah.
got anywhere.
So they had said they didn't want it to be like Gilligan's Island, so they wanted a clear path. And so then they decided to stop at season 8. And so they had a clear path for that. And it was mostly garbage.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever even watched an episode of Lost.
Well,
Don't worry about it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the first
it-
3 seasons were good, and then
Like,
after
I
that, it
learned my
went
lesson
downhill.
with Smallville.
What's that?
5 good seasons, 5 bad seasons. Smallville. I learned my lesson with that.
Dustin.
No,
Yeah, I mean it.
don't even try
It
to
had its
touch
ups and downs, but
it had an up, and then it had a down.
down.
Yeah.
I
Up
think
was
the final
1 through
season was
5,
good.
Down was 6 through 10.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say too. But I also think that it ended strong.
The last season was better than the previous seasons.
Yeah, like season 5 and 6 were a little rocky because they introduced the whole Doomsday thing, and it's like, how the hell is this going to go? Because Doomsday kills Superman. It's like, what the heck are they doing? And yeah, so, but then 7 with Supergirl and stuff, it was just like, what on earth is happening? And then I feel like it ended strong on a strong note. Like season 8, 9, and 10, it went out on a strong note. But that's all I'll say about that.
I don't know. Once it lost Rosenbaum, it was never the same for me.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And Tom Welling's interaction made that show for me for the most part.
Oh yeah, totally. And they're still if you're not entertained by this podcast that's all over the place, he has his own podcast, which I'm gonna shamelessly plug because it's obviously better than our show. He has Talkville, and he also does another one, Inside of You, where he sits down with an actor or person and like gets to know them a little bit. So I think I found both of those shows entertaining. I've only heard snippets of Talkville, but it's almost like a continuation between him and Tom Welling, where they're sitting down and talking about the past episodes and stuff. So it's every clip I've heard of that, it's like, oh, this is fun. But I've never sat down to watch it. I need to. But anyway, Bubba Hotep, Godzilla -1. And let's do that for next week. Any last thoughts, words?
Yeah, I do want to add.
Right.
Yeah, this coming Thursday, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Whatnot with Travis with Omega Level Toys.
You can find that down below.
Yeah, on this ticker here down at the bottom. Pretty much the goal is I'm going to try and sell you Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, and whatever figure obscura he's got laying around. So we'll see how it goes. He is running a 20% off his entire shop online, and that is something that I didn't prepare ahead of time. Let's see, pull that up real quick.
It's Omega Level Toys.
It's a Big Cartel store. So OmegaLevelToys.BigCartel.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll get you to his official website store. And
yeah,
he's got quite a bit there. He's got some Marvel, some DC, some wrestling. So it's site wide 20% off. And at checkout, you enter the code Omega, and that'll get you the 20% discount. So
yep.
But Thursday, the 13th, Whatnot. Come join us.
See Zombie, buy stuff from him. And you also are selling some heads and stuff from Mythic Legions.
Oh, yeah. I've got a few left over. It's on Facebook in the Cabal.
Yep.
Can you send those directly to me since I can't see them in the Cabal?
Yeah. I can send you the pictures.
Those of us that were banned erroneously, and then got back in multiple times under burner account
names.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to bring up the Cabal thing, selling stuff in there.
You had said something in our chat about like my my logo pictures.
Yeah.
Me as a little kid with. I'll bring that next week to talk about, so that way you guys can get the backstory of like where that well, there's like 8 of them or something of where those pictures came from. But those were like those were my Dairy Cares icons that I hid behind burner accounts. But I mean,
and it's funny because every time I would see one, I knew it was you.
Right.
I think everybody else knew it was you.
I would make it blatant, but there were some. One, I was a dentist from Tampa, Florida.
Wow.
No one ever got that one. One of them, I was a Hispanic person from El Paso, Texas. I'm trying to think. There's like 3 more that I don't think anybody would ever get.
Well, you know that's up to you if you want to give them away or whatever. But
Well, I don't use them anymore.
You'll have to give us the rundown next show.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Cool.
For sure. So again, Whatnot Toys, down the link. And of course, you can always pick up our merch in our store. If you feel like it, we do have some things in the store there. But anyway, I will play the right intro this time and say goodbye.